Now I'm pretty sure that every other maker on YouTube has got to electrocute their friends at some point on their YouTube channel. And I'm only a few videos in, but I'm really feeling the urge. Now let's set the record straight here. Electrocution is a conjugation of the words electrical and execution, implying death via electricity. I'm gonna do my best not to kill anyone. And I need a good reason. I could just like make a taser. That sounds like fun. They are illegal in the UK, so probably steer clear of that one. But I wanted to be some kind of competitive element for this, so I can not only hurt my friends, but also beat them emotionally as well. So I was trying to think of what I can do, and I came up with rock, paper, scissors. It's a simple game. Everyone understands the game, and it's something you can play nice and quickly. And I was thinking, oh, how am I gonna do this? And I can write a software application, and I can do some sort of visual machine learning so people can actually do the rock, paper, scissors, and it picks that up. But then I thought, that would be quite hard. I mean, I could do it. I could definitely do it. For the record, I can definitely do it. But that gets rid of any kind of anticipation. Like, you already know who's won or lost before you've been shocked. I like the idea of keeping some anticipation there. So if we each have a box that's controlled by an Arduino that plugs into a computer connected to a piece of software, and you have a module that you hold on to that shocks you if you lose, and you've got like a timer counting down in the background before it's going to show you the results, I think that is perfect. But we need to figure out how we're going to actually shock the people. Like, what's the bit of hardware that we're going to have that's going to shock people? Well, we're going to use one of these things, and if you don't recognize this, I envy you. If you do recognize this, you'll know that this is a reactions-based game where you press the button, it plays a tune, and you've got to press the button right at the right time. And if you don't, you get a shock, or if you press it too early, you get a shock. A bit like this. Oh. And it feels proper weird. But now I need to take this apart and see what makes it tick. Now we're going to take a look inside of this, and I don't pretend to have any idea what I'm going to find in here, but let's see. Yes, I see exactly what's going on here. I in fact did not see what was going on here, so I had to poke around with the multimeter, and I found out that the handle essentially has a little circuit board in it, and this houses the button, but also has some other connections for the high voltage that gets sent through the handle. We don't need the wires for the button, but this handle is basically separated into two sections that are isolated from each other, one positive, one negative, so that when you grab onto it with your hand, it then sends that shock through the hand. So after figuring all of that out, I was left with a problem. In the original game, the shock gets generated in the main box, and I don't want one main box. I want people to have their own individual box, so I'm basically left with just the handles that I can use, which is fine, that's good, that's all I needed, but it means that I need to figure out how to give the shock. And I was trying to work out how I was going to do this. You can step the voltage up yourself, get a flyback transformer, create your own circuit, and I'm not very good at electronics engineering or electrical engineering. I would probably kill someone or make something that just straight up didn't work, but someone's done the engineering for me. These shock pens, so I bought 10 of them. So basically in each of these, you can pop them off and pull this back. What we have is some batteries and a little board, and if you can see just in there at the bottom we have a tiny little flyback transformer. So basically, when you press this button on top, you complete the circuit between here, where you're holding it, and your finger, and you get a nice shock. So what I've done is I've stripped out all of the components from these and made this. This is an Arduino hooked up to a relay, a battery pack, and a little transformer, as well as the little chip from the shock pen. And when the Arduino gives the signal to the relay, it will then send the shock to this handle from the original reaction game. Now I need to swap out this Arduino for this little one and put it into a 3D printed case, and also make another one. I've gone ahead and 3D printed out a little case, but as you might be able to tell, this doesn't all fit in there. It doesn't want to closed down properly. So our new friends over at PCBWay have graciously sent me some circuit boards here so we can consolidate some of this mess and it'll all fit in a little bit easier. So we'll use this incoming soldering montage to talk about PCBWay and what they can do for you and what you can do for me. PCBWay, if you don't already know by now, is a company that will create your custom PCBs and send them straight to your door. They also do 3D printing and CNC machining, so if you've got any need for any of that, then if you'll use my link in the description, then you'll get $5 off of your first order. So if you're buying a 2-layer PCB and you're getting 10 of them, you essentially just have to pay for shipping. Every new member has access to this deal, but if you use the link in the description, then you'd be helping me out, and I'd appreciate that greatly. PCBWay have been fantastic to work with, and the PCBs you can like track step by step as they build them, which is very cool, and they've got videos showing off the process, so it's a bit of a learning experience as well. So just to reiterate one more time, that's PCBWay at PCBWay.com, and if you use my link in the description, you'd help me out massively and you'll get that $5 off your first order. So I finished making these boxes here. We've got rock, paper and scissors. I didn't label them, but it should be fairly obvious to anyone who plays that it's rock, paper, scissors. And to be honest, you're too panicked to even think about what you're going for. You just kind of click a button and hope. This is also connected up to this handle from the shot game, and I've put a bit of safety tape on here just so it's just these two front bits that you make connection with. Otherwise it takes a bit of a weird path around your hand. You can sort of feel it in the nerves up your arm, and mostly because I don't like it, as well as I'm sure my friends wouldn't like it. You can also see I have created a lovely user interface for the game that I'm affectionately dubbing Rock TAZER Scissors. This just connects to the boxes via USB and will register these button presses, and if it determines that you either lost or drew and you need to be shocked, it will just send a message to the Arduino in here which will trigger that relay, which will then deliver the shock through one of these. Some of this video has been filmed a little bit out of sequence, and I've actually already had my friends come over and try this out, and we did a little game show thing. I'm not super stoked on how the game show format turned out, but I do think that the intro and outro are kind of funny, and I'll give you a little highlight of all the best shocks from in between, as well as let you know who won in the end. Welcome to the first and probably only game of Rock TAZER Scissors. This is a knockout style tournament where competitors will compete in an electrifying game of rock, paper, scissors with shocking consequences. Introducing our first competitor, the fiery redhead with a penchant for pain, James Danger Young. Come on down, come on down. What have you got to say about tonight's competition?
Oh, I wasn't prepared.
Oh, that's all we've got time for. Our next competitor is our resident cue ball, Owen Baldylocks Townsend.
Hello.
That's good, thanks. And last but not least, the beast from the east, Lydia Holmes.
I'm gonna win.
Thanks. Yeah. And me, obviously. I'm gonna be in it. Our competitors will be competing for the Golden Taser. Ooh. Let's get this started. Right, so here we've got our first competitor, James Danger Young. So we'll be going over the rules with him. So basically, you've got this box. When the buttons light up, press them. Press one of them. We've got rock, paper, and scissors.
Okay.
If you lose, you get shocked. If we draw, we both get shocked. If you win, then you don't get shocked. And it's going to be a best of 3.
A bit of rock every time.
Oh, that is horrible.
Oh. I don't like that. I don't like this game anymore.
Heart rate's going up.
Oh no.
It's not that bad, it's like,
Yeah, it's fine.
you could be watching fights right now. Instead of being your mum's calling you.
Oh, fuck!
Yes!
You ready? Ready as I'll ever be. Cheers. Oh yeah! can't win at your own tournament.
I can win at my own tournament. I'm the best. I'm the undisputed. I actually decided that I didn't want to win in my own game, so we played a sudden deathmatch tournament between the other competitors, so one of the others could win. But we are going to fly through these, so we don't make this a 20-minute video.
Yes! I did say I was going to win.
You did say that.
I'm going to get metal paint on it.
We're here with our winner and our two losers. Let's go to the losers. What have you got to say?
It was a pretty good game. It's
Shit game.
It's pretty shocking, but
Love it.
it was good. It was good. I can't describe it.
Actions speak louder than words. He's clearly devastated. Now, winner, here is your golden taser.
I've never been so happy.
Tell your
I've
face.
achieved all of my goals. I'm about to go inside and tell my dad, and I'm sure he'll be very proud.
I'm sure he will. So join in for us next time for the second round of Rock, Taser, Scissors,
What?
where I bring an electric chair and the one who loses dies.
I'll go first then.